Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. We're continuing to scrape rust off our hockey systems, getting ready for the 2009-10 season replay, and tonight we're playing Strat-O-Matic Hockey by Strat-O-Matic Games. We're at Florida Live Arena in Sunrise, Florida during the 1999-2000 season for a match for an intra-Florida rivalry between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Florida Panthers. As Strat plays faster than inside the crease, we're going to play this game all the way through. We've got our first lines out here, starting for the Panthers. We've got Ray Whitney at left wing, Yaroslav Spacek is the left defenseman, Viktor Kozlov is the center, Lance Pitlick is the right defenseman, and Pavel Bure is the right wing. For the Lightning, we've got Todd Warner as the starting left wing, Peter Svoboda is at left defenseman, Vincent Lecavalier is the center, Pavel Kubina is the right defenseman, and Mike Johnson is the right wing. In goal, we've got Mike Vernon for the Panthers against Dan Cloutier for the Lightning. And we've got something sawing going on. I'm not going to worry about that. We are playing advanced. Face-off is dead even. So, without any further ado, as the fans are filing in here at Sunrise Arena, or at Florida Live Arena, we will jump right in. We've got an even face-off, so we'll flip over a split card on a 12. And a 12, that will be visitors any player. They will give that over to Johnson, and we are off and running. Okay, visitors with 2 forecheckers, opponent defense 6. Whitney defense 6. Outside shot for the left wing. So that'll be over to Warner. He is going to is he going to try to penetrate, or is he just going to take the outside shot? He's going to try to penetrate, actually. Penetrate is right. It's his breakaway penetration rating is a 2 on a penetration. He'd be a 2 trying to penetrate against a 1 is a 1 to 9 to get in. He's not going to bother trying to penetrate. He'll just take the outside shot. That's a 3, and that's a goalie rating against Vernon. 8, 10, 11, and 12 are your bad numbers. That's a 10. Score! And Todd Warner puts the Lightning on the board early with a 1-0 for the Lightning. Stadium or arena groans. Ugh. First assist will be from Johnson. And we'll flip over a split card to get one more. Assist, anybody with a 9? No. Left wing already has an assist. Center, Lecavalier will get the other assist. And it's 1-0 here in favor of the Lightning right away here at Sunrise Arena. Bringing everybody back to the center of the ice, bringing everybody back to center ice, we'll get a fresh face-off. A 3, that's going to be a home win most likely. Yep, that'll be the home left wing. That'll be over to Whitney, and we're off once again. Home is going to be lost to the opponent, so that'll be over to Johnson. Visitor he'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right defenseman. Pitlick with an outside shot. That's a 6 on an outside shot. He'll lose that over to the defensive left wing, over to Warner with the goal. Passing F. Lose the puck, outside shot for the center. That's Kozlov, who's going to take the outside shot. That's a 9 on an outside shot. That's a goalie rating on Cloutier. 6, 8, 9, and 11 are bad numbers. That's a 7. That'll be a rebound chance. Over to the offense. Any player with an offense rating 3 or more. Kozlov's got a 3 himself. He'll get a rebound chance out of it. That's a 6. That's a goalie rating on Cloutier. A 6. Score! And just like that, Kozlov evens the score. And stadium and arena cheers. Yay! And we didn't have any assists, so we'll flip over a pair of cards. Any player with an 8, no. Center Kozlov scored. Right defenseman 3, no. Right wing 5, Bure gets an assist. So Bure and any player with a 7, no. Center 1, no. Pitlick 1, no. Left defense 3, yes, that'll be spot check. And just like that, we are all knotted here at 1 early in the first period. Seems like it's going to be an offensive kind of night. Oop. Didn't need to flip that over just yet. We'll get a face-off first. 14 is going to be 1 to the visiting right defenseman. That'll be Kubina with it. Now Kubina will flip over the card. Opponent defense 9, spot check. Defense 9 takes the puck away. Spot check will have an outside shot only. So an outside shot for spot check. 7 is going to be a save and over to the defensive center. Back to LeCavalier. He will have an inside shot for any player. Intimidation by the opponent. He will give that over to... Actually, he'll take the inside shot himself. Kozlov has a penalty rating of a D. Trying to intimidate. He will try to intimidate. Intimidation. Opponent takes away the puck. Possible penalty. Penalty is a... I always forget how to do this. Penalty is a 1-2... Actually, we got to get a split number for that on a D. That's a 9. No penalty. Kozlov with the puck. Kozlov with a possible breakaway. Breakaway is left defenseman if penetration rating is 3 or more. Spot checks breakaway is a 2, which means he'll lose that over to Kubina. Kubina with the puck. Inside shot for any player. He'll give that back over to LeCavalier. Kozlov will try to intimidate. With the 1, Kozlov will take the puck away. Kozlov looking at opponent defense 3. Inside shot for the left wing. Whitney trying to intimidate. Intimidation by the right defense. Kubina is a C on intimidation. He's going to let the inside shot go. Whitney will take this one. That's boxcars. That'll be a save and over to the defensive right defenseman. Kubina with it. We'll get a forwards line change after this play. Lose the puck and a possible breakaway. Breakaway is the right defenseman. Pitlick's away. He's alone. Alone skating in on Cloutier. 8. That's going to be a rebound chance. Offensive right defenseman, if offense rating 3 or more. His rating is a 1, which means the opponent has control. So Svoboda will have control of the puck, and we'll get a forwards line change. So forwards will all change it out. And I still need to figure out a better line change system. Yeah, I definitely need to figure out a better line change system before the replay starts. That's part of why I put these games on the channel before I start scraping off rust about a month ahead of time. Anywho, our next play is opponent defense 9, Pitlick. With the 9, we'll take the puck away with an outside shot only. Pitlick with an outside shot. He's going to let this one go from the point. A 9. That'll be a save and back over to Holzinger now. Holzinger with it. We'll lose it over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer with the puck. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for Svoboda. He's going to let that go from the point. That's a 7. That'll be a save and over to Pitlick. Pitlick with it for the Panthers. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. Zvekovsky with an outside shot for the Lightning. That's an 8. That's a save and a rebound chance. Rebound is the offensive right wing. Zvekovsky with the rebound. 10. That's a goalie rating on Vernon. Once again, 8 and 10 through 12 are your bad numbers. That's a 7. Save and over to either defenseman. Spot check will take that for the Panthers. Spot check with it. Opponent defense 2. Inside shot for the left wing. Mellenby with an inside shot. Zvekovsky can try to intimidate, but he'll let the inside shot go. Doesn't want to run the risk of a penalty. So an inside shot on an 8, save and a rebound chance. Rebound is a defensive right defenseman if defense rating 2 or more. Kubina is a 1, so opponent has the rebound shot. So spot check with the rebound shot. That's a 7 on a rebound. Save and over to any player, over to Holzinger, as we'll have the defenseman changing it out. Okay. Holzinger with the puck for the Lightning. Offense 2, passing D for Holzinger. Passing D, lose the puck, outside shot for the right wing. Over to Parrish with that one. Parrish with an outside shot. He's going to try... What's he going to try to do here? Is he going to try to penetrate? No, he's not going to try to penetrate. He's going to try to make a pass. Passing K. That'll be an inside shot for Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer with an inside shot. That's a 6 on an inside shot. Lose that over to the defensive left defenseman. Over to Mara with it. Mara will lose that over to Simpson. Simpson with the puck for the Panthers. Lose the puck. Outside shot for any player. Outside shot is going to be over to Mara. Intimidation by the opponent. Simpson's not going to try to intimidate at an A. So Mara's going to let the outside shot go. 6, that'll be a save and over to Hedeken. Hedeken with the puck for the Panthers. Opponent defense 7. Takes the puck away, has an outside shot only. Clymer takes the puck away for an outside shot. That's a 3. That would be a goalie rating on the power play, but Vernon's just going to smother that one for a face-off. Looking at face-offs, +1 to Florida. So a 5 on a +1 is the superior left defenseman. So that'll be over to Hedeken. Hedeken with the puck. Opponent defense 11. Clymer 11. That's going to be a penalty. And the penalty is going to be for elbowing. And there's nowhere here to track the penalty, which is actually probably not the biggest problem. We've got a forward line change coming, though, which we'll deal with that. Then we'll turn our attention to the penalty. All right, we'll flip over 2 cards, and we'll see what our power play is going to be. Power play is going to be 16. If I remember right, that's pretty quiet. If all 4 rated defensive players, which they are not, no shots on the power play for the Panthers. So the Panthers let that opportunity go to waste. And we'll come back to the right of Cloutier for a face-off. +1 to Florida. 6 is going to be the superior right defenseman. That'll be over to Simpson. Simpson with it, passing D. Lose the puck, inside shot for any player. The Lightning are going to give that shot to Clymer on the inside. Hedeken is a C. He's not going to try to intimidate. Clymer will let the inside shot fly. That's a 9. That would be a goalie rating if the Lightning was on the power play, but Vernon will instead smother that one for another face-off. After a couple of quick goals to start the first, things have slowed down considerably here. And I don't think this is going to work as well as... I had the setup of stacking everybody up here, but I don't think that's going to work. Well, we'll see how it's going to work. I may pull out the business card holders again, but we'll see. Let's finish up this period though before I decide what I'm going to do there. +1 to Florida on... Actually, no. +2 to Tampa Bay on face-offs now. 7 is going to the superior left wing, so that's over to Wayne Primo. Primo's got it for the Lightning. Lose the puck, outside shot only for the left wing. That'll be over to Stewart with an outside shot. That's a 9. That'll be a save and over to the defensive right defenseman. Back to Clymer. Climber, opponent defense 5. So Hedeken 5. He'll take the puck away, have an outside shot, which he's going to let go. That's an 8. That's a save and a rebound chance. Rebound is the offense. Any player with an offense rating 2 or more. Kavasha will have that one. He's got a rebound shot. That's a 9 on a rebound. Lose it over to Mara. Mara with the puck for the Lightning. Opponent defense 2. Simpson will take the puck away. He's got an inside shot. Left defenseman trying to intimidate. Actually, Hedeken with an inside shot. Mara is not going to try to intimidate. Hedeken will take the inside shot. That's a 9 on an inside shot. Lose to any defensive player. Drulia with it. Drulia, outside shot only for any player. They'll give that to Primo with on an outside shot. Outside shot is a 10. That'll be a save in any player. Louse with it for the Panthers. Opponent defense 6, Primo. Outside shot for the left wing. Stewart with an outside shot. He's going to try to make a pass. Passing K. Passing K will lose that puck over to the left wing. So back to Primo with it. That'll be opponent defense 3. Inside shot for the right wing. Over to Drulia. Intimidation by the left defense. Actually, right wing intimidation, left defense. Hedeken's a C. He is going to take he'll let the inside shot go. That's a 6 on an inside shot. Lose it over to the defensive left defenseman. Hedeken with it. Last play of the period. His opponent defense 1. Climber will take the puck away, have an outside shot. He's going to let this one go to end the period. That's a 6. And a 6 on an outside shot. Lose that to the defensive center, Kavasha. There's the horn to end the first period. Each team netting a tally fairly early. We are tied at 1 after 1. And I think we'll try it again for one more period. Well, I think we're just going to have to leave this as is, unfortunately. The setup's never really going to be perfect, because if I prop the... Actually, let me see how bad it would be. Let me grab some of my business card holders out. I'll see how bad it would be blocking off the scoreboard if I were to prop the cards up. Because that was one of my biggest concerns, even when I had the scoreboard, even when I had the old analog scoreboards. Now that these scoreboards sit even lower, I think I'm going to like the business card holders here even less. Well, maybe I might be able to get up over the top of it. Let's see. Looks like it might work. Might also be that I've got the camera down a little bit lower. But we're going to see. Let's see what I think of this setup. Svoboda Svoboda is the top pair defenseman. Yeah, now it's getting to the point where you guys can't see the... Well, maybe if I bring it down like that... If I bring them down low enough, it actually looks like it's going to work. So let me grab more of my business card holders. Actually, how many of the clears do I... Oh wait, I've got more of the black ones over here. Never mind, we might be able to work with this, so let's see. Yeah, actually looking at this, it looks like standing up the cards like this. Looks like this is actually going to work, I think. So bear with me before we get into the second period of this game. While I switch out the layout here a little bit. We'll pull that down here. Looks like I need one more business card holder, and I was going to say, I had a bunch of clears out here. Who's the top Pitlick? Looks like I didn't need any of the clear business card holders that I've been using. Yeah, it looks like this is actually going to work out just fine, I think. Alright, so we are going to give this a try with the business card holders back in shot. So after one, we are tied at 1 here at Florida Live Arena. Or Florida Live Arena. We'll give the action deck a shuffle. Actually, I wonder if a setup like this could work for inside the crease. Next time I put inside the crease on the channel, I'll probably try it out. The only thing that, well, actually I was going to say it might be hard to see the puck when it's on, when one of the Lightning has it, but I think the way I can get around that is if I have it up. Actually, it looks like it'll be fine. What you guys definitely can't see, though, is the forechecking and offense. But I'll point that out when it changes. Generally, you guys can assume that both teams are on 2-1-2s. So 2 offense, 2 forecheckers. As intermission's been a little bit longer, while I changed out the layout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 forwards. 5 defense. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Give this a quick shuffle. Hopefully you guys are enjoying a little bit of Sunday night hockey as I'm getting ready, like I mentioned, for my 2009-10 hockey season replay that's going to start in July. Okay. I'm just shuffling up the split card deck. We are all set for the second period of this game, so let's jump right in. Centers are, we've got an even face-off, and a 1 on the face-off should be a home win. That'll be over to the home left defense. That'll be Hedekin with it, and we're off for the second period of this game. Opponent defense 2, that's an inside shot for Whitney. Johnson could try to intimidate, and he will try to intimidate. He will intimidate, and Johnson will take the puck away. Over to Johnson for the Lightning. Lose that right back to Whitney. Whitney with it now for the Panthers. And he and Johnson are going to play hot potato with the puck. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. Hey, look at that. Something different. Bure with it now for the Panthers with an outside shot only. He's going to let it go. That's a 9. Save and over to any player. Warner with it for the Lightning. Warner's got it and a possible breakaway. Left defenseman Zvoda is alone. He's in on Vernon. What can Zvoda do with the breakaway? On a breakaway, 7. That would be a goal plus. That would be a goal on a 1-7. Only if the Lightning's on the power play, though. Instead, Vernon is going to glove that one, and he'll hold on to it for the face-off. A big save by Vernon as the fans here at Florida Live Arena give him a nice ovation. Getting a fresh face-off. 19 on an even face-off. That should be a home win. It should be a visitor's win. Yep, that'll be over to the left wing, over to Warner. Warner with it, opponent defense 2. Burry with an inside shot for LeCavalier. Intimidation is going to be by the right defenseman. Pitlick is a D. And a 1 will take the puck away. Actually, 1... Yeah, he'll intimidate and take the puck away. Pitlick with it. He'll lose that over to Zvoboda. And the hot potato seems like it's going to begin once again. Passing F will be an outside shot for LeCavalier. LeCavalier will try to make a pass. Against even strength, lose the puck to the opponent. So that'll be over to Kozlov as he'll take that puck away. Kozlov with it. Opponent defense 4. LeCavalier. Inside shot for Bure. Left defenseman can try to intimidate. Zvoboda is an A. He's not going to try to intimidate. Bure will let an inside shot fly. Got a lot of good numbers here. 8 is a rebound chance. Defensive left wing, if defense rating 2 or more. Left wing is Warner. His defense rating is a 2. He will take that rebound. Opponent defense 5. Bure with an outside shot for the right wing. Johnson will try to make a pass. Passing J for Johnson. And he'll have an inside shot for the left wing. So that'll be over to Warner with an inside shot. That's a 7 on an inside shot. That's a goalie rating on Vernon. 8 and 10 through 12 are your bad numbers. That's a 12. Goal on a 1-2. That's an 18. That'll get smothered for a face-off. And we will have our first forward line change of the period. And I think propping these up on the business card holders is already making everything feel a lot smoother. Okay, face-offs are now +1 to Florida. That's an 8 on a +1. Superior right wing. So that will be Parrish with the win, and we're off again. Inside shot for any player. He will take that himself. Intimidation is going to be Modine. He will try to intimidate. That's a 2. Modine will take the puck away. Modine with it for the Lightning. Opponent defense 1. Inside shot for the right wing. That'll be over to Zvakovsky. Intimidation is the left defenseman. Hedekin is a C to try to intimidate. 1 to 12. He will intimidate. That's a 10. Hedekin will take the puck away. Hedekin with it for the Panthers. Opponent defense 5. Kubina looking at a 5. Outside shot for any player. That will be Hedekin, and he's going to let that one go. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Rebound defensive center. If defense rating is 2 or more, Holzinger is a 2. He will take that puck away. Passing F is going to be an outside shot for the right wing. That'll be over to Zvakovsky, who will try to make a pass. Passing K is going to lose the puck over to the right wing. So Parrish will intercept the pass. Parrish with it for the Panthers. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right wing. Zvakovsky looking at an outside shot. That's a 9 on an outside shot. He'll lose that over to Hedekin, and he'll lose that over to the new Panthers left defenseman because we're going to have a defensive line change. That will be Spacek coming out with the puck. Spacek with it for the Panthers. Opponent defense 10. Clymer with defense 10. That'll be a penalty on... So if a penalty comes up, I always forget who it's on. I assume it's on the player that it comes up on. Yeah, that's what we'll go with here. So Clymer going off, let's say, for holding. We'll flip over actually 3 cards for time since I'm playing advanced. Power play of a 13. Do we have any 4-rated defense players? We do not. So on a 13, We're looking at an holy cow, we're looking at a lot of shots. First we've got an outside shot for Mellenby as the left wing. So Mellenby, this is going to be a great power play, it looks like. That's a goal plus on, it'll be a goal on a 1 if the Panthers are on the power play, and they are. That's a 9 though, so no goal. Then we've got an outside shot for anybody. Outside shot will be Spacek. Spacek with an outside shot. That's a 9. That'll be a save over to the defensive left wing. Then we've got an inside shot for the center. So Niedermeyer with an inside shot coming out of this next. That's an 11. 11 on an inside shot. That's a save over to the defensive left wing. Then we've got an inside shot for Spacek. Spacek looking at an inside shot. On an 8. That's a rebound chance. Rebound is the defensive left wing. Except the last play for this power play is going to be an inside shot for anybody. They will give that inside shot to Parrish. Parrish takes the puck for the last shot of the power play. On a 7, that's a save and over to the defensive left wing. And the power play is over for the Panthers. Bring it back to center where faceoffs are +1 to Florida. 16 is probably an inferior win. Yep, that'll be over to the right wing. So Zvikovsky with it now for the Lightning. Outside shot only for anybody. He will give that to... He's going to give that over to Mara for an outside shot. Outside shot coming up for Mara. That's a 3. That would be a goalie rating on the power play, but we're going to have a face-off instead. Before we get to that, though, we're going to have a forwards line change. That needs to move up a little bit. So we should be on line 3s here. Faceoffs now are +2 to Tampa Bay. So we'll flip over a 16 on a +2 faceoff. That'll be the inferior right wing. That'll be a huge win for the Panthers as Laus will take that puck. Outside shot only for anybody. He will give that to Spacek. Spacek will take the... Actually, hold on. We should have changed out defense a while ago, so we should be on... So it should be Hedeken. I don't know where the cards went flying to... Wait, what? Should not be Hedeken, I don't think. Well, whatever. We've got Hedeken in as the second left defenseman, so we'll stick with this pairing. Oh, I see what happened. Looks like I wrote him... Okay. Back over to Hedeken on an outside shot. That's a 10. They'll lose that over to the defensive right defenseman. Over to Clymer with it. Clymer with it for the Lightning. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the right defenseman. Over to Simpson with an outside shot. That's a 7. That'll be a save and over to Gardner. Gardner with it for the Lightning. Looking at opponent defense 6. Kavasha is going to be an outside shot for the right wing. It's over to Drulia. He is going to try to make a pass. Passing L is going to lose the puck to the right wing. So that'll be over to Laus for the Panthers. Laus looking at a possible breakaway. Center. Kavasha's in alone on Cloutier. What can Kavasha do with the shot? That's a 4 on a breakaway. He'll lose that to the right defenseman. He'll lose that back to Clymer. Clymer with it. Looking at opponent defense 9. So that's going to be a penalty on Hedeken. Hedeken will go off for elbowing. 1, 2, 3. Those are the cards that we're losing. Split card is a 15. 15, if we have 3 or more 4-rated defense players, we do not. right, so the power play here is a 15. And since we have 2 or less 4-rated defense players, we're going to do an outside shot for the center. So that'll be to Gardner. A 7, he'll lose that to defensive left wing. And an inside shot for the right wing. So over to Drulia with an inside shot. A 4 on an inside shot. That'll be a save and over to the defensive center. So the power play will go for naught. A little bit a little bit lower scoring than the game of inside the crease yesterday was. It started off at 3-3 in the third period, which was the situation ChatGPT gave me, and that one ended up 7-6 Detroit. This one's ending up 1-1 as we get set for the start of the third period. +2 is going to be superior left wing, so that'll be over to Primo, who will win that face-off. Passing E, lose the puck, outside shot for the left wing. Stewart with it. He's going to let it go. He's going to let it go. That's a 10. He'll lose that back over to the right wing, over to Drulia. Drulia with it, looking at losing the puck, outside shot only for the left defense. Hedekin with an outside shot. He's going to let this one go from the point. That's a 5. That would be a goal on the power play, but that's the horn to end the second period. And after 2, we are tied here at Florida Live Arena 2-2. As Conflict Board Gaming is first to join us here at Sunrise Live Arena. As you can see, Conflict, I'm playing around with a new layout, with a slightly new layout. All I've done here is I've got a few business card holders that I'm using to prop the cards up. Eating pizza as you watch. Hopefully you're having a great night. And I did see your comment earlier about Hitler's Reich, and I can see how a lot of people, and I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews at best about Hitler's Reich. Admittedly, I didn't really talk about it too much when I went through when I was capping it, but I actually kind of like that. I kind of like Hitler's Reich, where it helped me out immensely. I think a part of the problem I had the first time, actually a big part of the problem I had the first time with Hitler's Reich, was that rule book was the first edition rule book was a complete nightmare. I think between that and being one of my first war games, kind of froze me out of that a little bit. But now, the second edition rules for Hitler's Reich are actually laid out very well. Everything seems to be a lot more logical in where you would expect things to be in the rule book. So I'm definitely warm to doing more with Hitler's Reich on the channel. I'm just trying to find a permanent spot where I can put that in on the channel. By the way, hopefully you're able to see the scoreboard back here behind all the cards I've got propped up. Let me know if this is too much of a problem, because it was bothering me. The line changes weren't flowing as well as I thought they should have been with having all the cards laid out flat. So I'm using the business card holders to help me make the line changes actually a lot faster is what they feel like here. Everything seems like the line changes are flowing a lot more smoothly. Where instead of having to restack everything, now I'm actually able to just pull the group of cards out, flip to the one I need, and then away we go. So I know I'm a little bit all over the conversational map tonight, but that's kind of where things are at here. I'm just setting everything up in here during the second intermission. No problem seeing everything behind the propped up cards, I trust. If there's no problems with that, then I'll probably revisit this layout when I get inside the crease on the channel, probably on Saturday this week. But I am starting to knock off rust with my hockey systems as I get ready for the coming 2009-10 hockey season replay. So we're just getting everything ready to go here. And yes, Strat is one of the systems I will be using for that replay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. All set there. Teams are out. Zamboni's cleared everything off for the third period. So let's jump right into the action here. Face off. Actually, wrong deck. Face off first. A 15 on an even face off. Going over to the visitors' left wing. So that'll be Warner with it for Tampa Bay. And now we need the action cards. Passing F. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot for Kozlov. Kozlov is going to let that go on an outside shot. Kozlov with it, coming in, rushing the zone. That'll be a save, and over to the defensive center, over to Lecavalier. Lecavalier with it, opponent defense 9. And Kozlov will take the puck away, but he'll only have an outside shot. Kozlov with it, rushes the zone, lets it go from the point. That's an 8. That's a rebound, though. Rebound is the offensive right defenseman, Pitlick, with a rebound shot. What can he do with this one? He's in the slot. 7, lose to any defensive player. That'll be Lecavalier with the puck. Lecavalier, opponent defense 10. Kozlov will take that right back. He'll have an outside shot. Kozlov with another outside shot as he manages to throw that one from near the bench. 8, that's another rebound chance. Rebound is the defensive center. Lecavalier with the puck. Opponent defense 7. And Kozlov and Lecavalier seem to be playing hot potato with the biscuit this time. He'll have an outside shot on... He'll have an outside shot. Let me just double check that. Opponent defense 7. Yep, outside shot only. Actually, yeah, outside shot only. That's a 3. That would be a goal. That would be a goal on a 1-4, but that's only on the power play. Instead, Cloutier will smother that one for a face-off. Face-offs are still even. 3 seems like a home win. That'll be a home win for the left wing. So it's over to Whitney for that with the Panthers. Lose the puck. Outside shot for any player. They will give that to... Who's got a decent outside shot? That'll be Johnson. Whitney will try to intimidate. And he will take the puck away. On a 1-15, we've got a possible penalty. On a split chance, that's an 18, so no penalty. Whitney with it for the Panthers. Opponent defense 8. Johnson will take the puck away with an outside shot only. Outside shot for Johnson. That's a 9. He'll lose that to any defensive player. He'll lose that over to Pitlick. Pitlick with it will be an inside shot for any player. He'll give that over to Bure. Intimidation is going to be the opponent. Warner will try to intimidate. He will intimidate. Warner will take the puck away. Warner with it, looking at losing the puck. Outside shot only for Pitlick. Pitlick is going to let that one go from the point. That's a 9. That'll be a save, and back to Lecavalier. Lecavalier with it, losing the puck. Outside shot only for Kozlov. Kozlov with the outside shot. That's a 6. Save, and right back to Lecavalier. We're right back to playing hot potato. Opponent defense 4. Kozlov will have an inside shot for the right wing. That's over to Johnson. Intimidation is the left defenseman. Spacek will try to intimidate. He will intimidate, take the puck away, and that will give us a forwards line change. Spacek with the puck for the Panthers. Looking at opponent defense 3. Kubina 3. Inside shot for Niedermeyer. Holzinger will not try to intimidate. Niedermeyer will let the inside shot go. That's an 11 on an inside shot. That'll be a save, and over to Modine. Modine with it for the Lightning. Lose the puck. Outside shot only for the left wing. Mellenby with an outside shot coming up. He'll let this one go from the point near the bench on the camera side. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Defense, any player with a defense rating of 4. And Svoboda, I see, has got a defense rating of a 4, so he'll take that rebound. Inside shot for any player. He will give that to... He'll give that to Kubina on an inside shot. Kubina will take that one. That's an 11. Saving over to any player. That will go over to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer with it for the Panthers. Opponent defense 6. Holzinger, outside shot for the right wing over to Parrish. Parrish will try to make a pass on that. Passing L. Passing L is going to lose the puck over to Zvikovsky. And I probably just butchered the pronunciation of that. Zvikovsky passing D will be an outside shot for Holzinger. Holzinger will let that one go. That's a 9 on an outside shot. Lose that over to the defensive right wing. That's over to Parrish. And we've got a defensive line change coming up. Parrish with it now for the Panthers. Looking at opponent defense 7. Modine will take the puck away, have an outside shot only. Modine's going to let that one go from the point. That's a 4. That'll be a save and right back to Parrish. Parrish looking at passing E. Outside shot for Niedermeyer. He's going to let that one go. That's an 8. That's a rebound chance. Offense, any player with an offense rating 3 or more. Niedermeyer's going to follow his own rebound to the net. Let's see what he can do with this one. Actually, is he going to... No, he's actually going to give that over to Mellanby for a rebound shot. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Cloutier. 6, 8, 9, and 11 are bad numbers. That's a 5. Save made by Cloutier. He'll give that to either defenseman. He will give that to Mara. Arena groans. Ugh. A great sequence that ends up going for naught. Visitor, opponent defense 2 for Mara. So looking at Simpson, he'll take the puck away, have an inside shot. Left defenseman Mara is going to could try to intimidate. He's going to let the inside shot go, though. That's a 7. That'll be a save and over to Zvikovsky. Zvikovsky with it for the Lightning. Opponent defense 3. Mellanby will take the puck away, have an outside shot. He's going to let that one go. That's a 10. That's a goalie rating on Cloutier. Mellanby trying to put this one in. That's a 9. Score! Mellanby puts the Panthers up 2-1. Arena cheers. Yay! Mellanby will get that goal, will get assists. Any player with a 7, no. Center Niedermeyer will get the first assist. And any player 8, Niedermeyer already has an assist. Right wing, Parrish. So the Panthers now with a 2-1 lead here as we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're a little over halfway done with the third period of this game, and the Panthers now lead 2-1. Getting a face-off here as they're +1 to Florida. 10 should be a superior win. Yep, that'll be over to the superior right wing, over to Parrish. Parrish with that one. He'll lose the puck. Outside shot only for Holzinger. Holzinger will let that one go. And thank you for the kind words. That is exciting watching me play. 6 on an outside shot. 6 on an outside shot. That's going to be a save and over to Simpson. And we've got a forwards line change. This part probably isn't the most exciting part in the world. Watching me do line changes is at Conflict. But it's important to the game, and now it actually feels like it's flowing a lot faster. So that's Simpson with the puck. Simpson looking at opponent defense 2. Mara will take the puck away with an outside shot. He's going to let that one go from the point. That's a 7. Save and back over to Simpson. Simpson with it. Passing F. He'll lose the puck, outside shot for the left wing. Primo, with that one, he's going to try to penetrate. Actually, is he going to try to penetrate? No, he's just going to let the outside shot go. That's a 9. He'll lose that over to the defensive center, over to Kavasha. Kavasha with it, inside shot for anybody. He'll give that inside shot to Hedekin. Intimidation is going to be the opponent. Climber with a 1 to 12. He's going to try to intimidate. That's a 13. He won't intimidate. Hedekin is going to take the inside shot, and yes, the line changes are important. Hedekin's going to let this one go from the slot. 4, he's going to lose that over to the right wing, so over to Drulia. Drulia with it, passing E. Passing E is going to be an outside shot for Gardner. Gardner is going to try to make a pass. So inside shot for the right wing. That'll be back to Drulia. Center can try to intimidate. Kavasha will try to intimidate. Intimidation is a 7. So Kavasha will take that puck away. Kavasha with it. Looking at opponent defense 9. So Gardner takes the puck away with an outside shot only. Gardner is going to let that one go. That's a 10. Save and over to the defensive left defenseman. That's back over to Hedekin. Hedekin with it for the Panthers. Passing F. That's going to be an outside shot for Kavasha. Kavasha is going to... Is he going to try to penetrate? No, he's not going to try to penetrate. He will let that go. That's a 4. He'll lose that over to the defensive right wing, over to Drulia. And now we need to double check how to pull out... How you play with an empty net, pulling the goalie. Right, the goalie may be pulled when there are 2 or fewer action cards, so not yet, but we are getting close. We have 4 action cards to go, but Drulia with the puck. Opponent defense 8. Stewart is going to take the puck away, have an outside shot only. Outside shot for Stewart, as he's going to let this one go. That's a 6. He'll lose that over to Gardner. Gardner with it. He's going to lose the puck over to Kavasha. Kavasha with it for the Panthers. Passing D. Lose the puck. Outside shot for the right wing. Drulia with an outside shot. He's going to try to make a pass. Against even strength, he'll lose that back to Stewart. Stewart with it. He's going to look at outside shot only for any player. He's going to give that... Actually, he's going to take that outside shot himself. Outside shot is a snake eyes. That's a goal on a 1 to 2, so we get a split card. That's a 20, not a goal. And when it's not a goal, it gets smothered for a face-off. But, bang, there's my lousy goal horn. But more importantly, that signals the end of the game, as the Florida Panthers pick this win up by a final score of 2 to 1. And the fans here at Sunrise Live Arena go home happy as the arena cheers. Yay! That will do it for this playthrough of Strat-O-Matic Hockey. Everything feels like it's going to be just fine going into the 2009-10 season when that starts in July. So I do definitely enjoy the pace of Strat. I've been a little bit nervous with hockey about how long everything takes to play, but I don't think it's going to be a problem with these two systems and the way I've got them set up. Strat seems like it flows just fine for a full-length game, and inside the crease, doing a third period situation, I think is how that's going to work out the best. And yes, this was a great game. Yesterday's inside the crease game was a lot more high scoring, but I think this one had more drama with it. But still, we'll see what happens when the 2009-10 season starts. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up on the channel, though. Tomorrow, we will have our next episode of Metal Gear Mondays as we continue our playthrough of Metal Gear Solid, the board game from Simon. On paper, the poll is live on the channel, but in practice, the poll to decide what the next episode of Metal Gear Mondays is going to be for tomorrow. On paper, that poll is still live, but I think in practice, we're probably going to move along with the next story mission, where we're going to have another boss battle coming up. Wednesday, we're going to debut a new RPG dungeon crawl on the channel as we play D100 Dungeon. And Saturday, Mystical Munchies will begin out of the World of Warcraft New Flavors of Azeroth cookbook as we make the appetizer, fried chicken dumplings. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone. The Florida Panthers win this Battle of Florida over the Tampa Bay Lightning by a final score of 2-1. Once again, take care, and hopefully I'll see you guys for Metal Gear Mondays tomorrow night.